I was interested to ask you about, as you know, as someone who's made so many discs and CDs, where you think the future of recording and CDs is heading. In terms of, it's interesting. People say that side of the industry is dying, but people are still making discs. Do you think that's a thing that's going to carry on, or what are we going to be recording for?
Well, obviously, I hope it's going to carry on because, I like the product. I still, it won't surprise you to learn, I still listen to my LPs. I think they're wonderful, particularly the sort of the sound.
Well, they're better quality than a CD.
If you say that as a young person, then I'm absolutely right with you. I know I sound like a bit of a dinosaur, but I still listen to my LPs. I think particularly in the 1970s, some of the sounds that were being generated on vinyl, just stunning.
I'm building up a bit of a vinyl collection.
There you go. So I think people have demonstrated that they actually like a product, and also it's the artwork for the LP.
Yeah,
and
you don't get that on the streaming.
Well, no, that's right.
You don't get credits. You don't get any.
Yeah, I know. And the liner notes that the booklets for CDs. These things are always very important to me. And when I'm reviewing recordings for instance, Radio 3, I always insist that somehow, even if it's electronically, they get me the booklet. I'm not prepared to review a recording that doesn't have the blurb. I want to know what they're presenting to me, so I can either say if I think it does or it doesn't work.
Yeah, it's interesting because vinyls do seem to be kind of coming back, certainly amongst people of my generation, finding this medium.
Yeah.
So I wonder if, again, the future seems to be going towards streaming. So I don't know how that will affect the recording industry with classical stuff, but maybe there is something there that means people still enjoy having that, that artwork or that booklet. Or
I think they do. And if you go to a live concert, you want the program.
Yeah.
You want the whole package. So the streaming thing is great, and it's a very easy way to get access to music. People want to wander around with a laptop with everything on it.
So you think there is a kind of inevitable death of the CD?
Young people come into my house and they just laugh because there are walls of LPs, CDs, books.
But young people
scores.
love LPs now.
Well, they're starting to, but the books and scores.
Yeah, okay.
Students just laugh. Think, what on earth? Why have you got all this stuff? It's all on IMSLP or CPDL. And I go, well, I can't do without it because actually, because as you very kindly made reference to, I'm not as young as I was. The fact is that these scores all mean something to me because they've got my markings in them, and sometimes they can transport me back 30 years. I think, that's what I felt about that piece then. And I did that because so-and-so was singing alto and so-and-so was singing soprano, and they crossed lines at that point. And it's a real trip down memory lane, which is as much about, my response to the music as it is about the composer. So these scores are actually a really important part of my past. I'm not sure they'd mean much to anybody else, but they're very important to me.
Well, what do you think? Do you still value having a physical product like a CD or an LP? Will CDs eventually die? Will vinyl fully come back or stay at the fringes for the real music lovers? Have your say in the comments below. That was a little extra from my interview with Jeremy Summerlee, in which he talks about his early days at the BBC and gives us some hot tips on producing records. Click below for the full interview and to see other episodes from my series Industry Insights, which is full of fascinating insights from production and recording experts. Enjoy!